We met Rola actually at a party, which is one of the best places to meet people that we've been in business with in our careers at parties. We hit it off and we started talking about, she was a fan of Castle as well, and we started talking about how much fun it would be to do projects together, and she told us about their way of financing and her point of view of how to make television through their production company Tandem, and it sounded very exciting to us.
I mean, for us, we're taking a look at what the networks are doing in the United States, and they're moving away from the traditional closed-ended, episodic procedurals that people seem to respond to worldwide. And we knew that there was an opening to tell the kinds of stories that we love to tell, the ones that are built around great characters with this little bicker banter engine to it. And we happen to have a show that fit right in that strike zone. So when we were talking to Tandem, we shared it with them and they got excited and we got excited, and here we are.
It's about a PI. It's about a he's not down on his luck, but because of the economic downturn, he's having tough times. He's from Los Angeles, and he was the best PI in Los Angeles. And so his assistant says to him, you know, the best way to drum up business is to advertise.
And of course for him, he says, I'm a PI. The P stands for private. I don't want to put myself out there. And his assistant says, I think I know who we can get. We can get this actress, Emma Swift. And he says, Emma Swift, that's my favorite actress, because she starred in this show called Hot Suspect that is our PI's favorite guilty pleasure. And Emma's a little down on her luck right now. Her show has ended. She's a bit of a hot mess now. She's just come out of rehab.
She's been on every tabloid cover for ages, and no one will hire her because she's basically uninsurable at this point. So she really needs work. And the assistant knows a friend who knows another friend who knows another friend who can get to her. So he says, let me at least try. But the PI says, there's no way you're going to get her, so I'm not going to worry about it.
But they managed to land her. And they're very excited to have her for the commercial. She comes in, but she comes in 2 hours late with her entourage, with her hair and makeup team. She doesn't want to do their script. She wants to ad-lib because all the best stuff in her show is ad-libbed anyway.
So she says.
And it's one of those things where our PI, Eddie, it's just, you should never meet your idols. And he can't wait to get this narcissistic woman out of his life. But the commercial airs, and suddenly, he's got all these people who want to hire him.
But not just him. They want her to be there in the room because they want to tell her all of their problems, and they trust her because in spite of the fact that she was just a TV cop, she was voted the most trusted cop in America. So he goes to her and has to negotiate with her to come back and sit with him in the room.
So he says, look, just come in, sit down, listen to their problems, smile, be charming, don't say anything, and I'll do the rest. But of course,
Emma can't stop from getting involved. She starts to hear about this dad who comes in with his first issue and to hire them, and she says, oh, I'm from the same hometown, and totally seduces him in her cop way, and promises him that she will find his son.
And of course our PI says, you never promise because you don't know if you can deliver. You know, now that you made a promise, I have to deliver. I have to find this guy's son, and we don't know what the son is into. And she says, well, I'm sorry I got carried away with the scene. And he's like, it's not a scene, these are real people. And she insists on working with him because she made this promise and she feels like she has to deliver.
So we have to go out and do this together because it's my promise. So I'm going to fulfill it. And so the two of them, they drive each other crazy, but they have to work together because she insists on being there if she's going to be there and on doing the job. And she says she has 300 cases to draw from. And he reminds her those were TV cases. She says, it's a technicality.
So the surprising thing is she's actually really good at this, and because she's an actress and because she's a really good actress, that comes in handy in the investigations, because she can do a little Meryl Streep, change herself and go undercover in all these situations. She can become somebody else. And she is very surprising because she has all these plots to draw on. She's actually really good and really helpful to him. So it's a really fun two-hander. She's a little bit out of control. He's trying to control her, and they're solving mysteries.
Well, when we started on Castle, it was our first TV show, and the learning curve was very steep. A lot of fun, but very steep. But now I think we understand how it all works and what has to be done. I think one of the most challenging parts is what a fast-moving train a TV series is. And keeping up, it was very important to us to have the quality in every episode, in every aspect of the episode. And so the challenge is the tension between the art and the time frame. And so that's, I think for me, that's one of the biggest challenges.
It's also keeping ahead of the audience. You know, when you're breaking procedural, the audience has seen so many procedurals that you have to do the hard work to keep it fresh and be surprising but organic at the same time. And the other challenge is to make sure that the characters keep growing so they don't fall into a rut. They're not doing the same thing. But with these two characters, we feel like there's a lot of really great storytelling. And of course, you know, certain mysteries about their backstories are going to come out, so we're going to be able to draw on that and have lightly serialized elements that have to do with certain things that they're involved with that will emerge during the series.
So really keeping it fresh and watching how they evolve, the effects that they have on one another, and great supporting cast. I think actually part of the secret is a great supporting cast.
You always
and
want to build a
characters.
family.
Yes, exactly.